Last time you saw me, I was in a big pizza blanket hoodie thing. It got too hot, so I had to change over a regular hoodie dash rates, but I got blue pants and blue hoodies for the December 23rd Advent Calendar beer. Let's do it. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Maple Brewski, from the Brewski Review. And today the beer that I have for you guys is December 23rd, 2020 Advent Calendar beer. We have from Exit Brewing out in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. Where are they from? They are from Dandenong, South Victoria, Australia. An Australian beer, milk stout. It's what it's called. 5.2% ABV. No listed IBUs on the very, almost like computerized, geometrical, sort of intricate design, fancy, futuristic lettering stuff and things. Pretty cool stuff. Milk stout, that's all it's called. 5.2%, like I said. No IBUs on the can. Website showing an IBU range of 34, but Untapped showing it coming in at only 25. So, which one is it? I do not know. It's one of the two. We'll go with what the brewery says at 34. So without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open. One thing I want to say too, it is a medium-sized boy of a can. It's 375 milliliters, not 355, and not 473. So it's right in that middle range. And looking at the beer, it is a deep, dark black. Ruby tones when you get it in the light right at the bottom of the glass, and a nice medium brown head on top. Looking fan-freaking-tastic, like a milk stout should. Let's dive in on the nose. On the nose, milk stouty away. Chocolate notes of milk and semi-sweet chocolates, molasses, slight brown sugars, lightly roasted, and a bit of a graham crackery finish. Let's give it a little swirl. Yeah, it's maybe a slightly earthy hop note, but very, very minuscule in comparison to the other flavors or the other aromas. Let's dive in. Ooh. Ooh. That's a much different chocolate note than what I get from milk stouts here in Canada. That is a very distinct chocolate note, and it's reminding me of a specific chocolate. Kind of like, you know the advent calendars, like your chocolate advent calendars? There's ones from, like, I think Great Value does them, or some other ones. They're just cheap little ones, nothing fancy, and they have like the little, small little chocolates. Kind of reminiscent of that style of chocolate, but in like a semi-sweet or dark version. I don't know how else to describe it, but it is a damn good kind of chocolate. Much different. A little bit more darker, more bitter, a little bit drier of a chocolate compared to North American milk stouts. So pretty cool stuff. Cheers everybody. Let's keep on drinking. That is really good. That is really good. Nice, bold flavors. Not overly intense, not overly sweet. A little bit more roastiness compared to North American milk stouts, in my opinion. And a much more darker of a chocolate. It doesn't seem like they use maybe as much lactose in this particular beer compared to what I usually get here in Canada. So it's a really cool, just a little peek into how milk stouts may be done. I don't know if it's across the board for all of Australia, because this is just one example of probably hundreds, if not thousands, of Australian milk stouts out there. But pretty cool stuff. Chocolatey, roasty, touch of woodiness going on as well. Even a bit of woody, almost smoky, just lightly smoked sort of aromas off it. Pretty damn cool. Let's see what the can has to say. Exit Brewing Milk Stout, 5.2% ABV, like I said, 34 IBUs according to the website. Description. Milk Stout. This might be the most magical beer. Milk Stout. This might be the most magical beer can ever. It contains within it a rich, smooth, velvety, perhaps mythical beverage, imbued with sophisticated flavors of chocolate and coffee. Drink it and behold as the brewer reveals the mystique of his sorcery. FYI, beer sorcerers still use lactose. Exit Brewing, 10 Superior Drive, Dandenong South, 3175. ExitBrewing.com, at Exit Brewing on your socials. You get a 10-cent refund in different states and or territories. Ingredients are water, malts, hops, yeast, lactose, and a little bit of love. Love that. 1.5 standard drinks, I don't understand that, but hey, that's the weird Commonwealth thing that Canadians don't fuck around with because we're more Americanized than them. Brewed on the 28th of July 2020 and is good until the 28th of July 2022, so you could age this bad boy a couple of years. That's pretty interesting. Usually at a 5.2 ABV range, you're not going to be able to age the beer. Pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Over on the website, exitbrewing.com, you go down to the beer section, you scroll down a little bit, and you do find the Milk Stout. We have right off the bat cacao, vanilla, toffee, and espresso. Called the Milk Stout because lactose is added to the boil. The lactose does not ferment, leaving a slightly residual sweet balance to the beer. Rich milk chocolate and vanilla bean on the nose. I did not get vanilla bean in my opinion. Smooth mouthfeel layered with a velvety cacao, vanilla, and toffee espresso on finish. Yeah, not getting vanilla on it, to be honest. But a beautiful beer nonetheless. Malts that are used are ale, chocolate, melanoidin, dark crystal, rolled oats, roasted barley, and the hops that are used are Simcoe and Chinook. 5.2 ABV. Starting gravity, or simple start, I would say starting gravity is 1024 and an IBU of 34. Available in kegs and in 375 ml cans. Pretty cool that they do 375 ml cans. That might be a nice fit for some, but still, I prefer the tall boys. Finally, over on Untapped, Milk Stout has been given a 3.72 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of just over 2,600 ratings. Great stuff indeed. Is there a price? Let's go to... Do they have a shop? Buy online, buy beer. Let's see what their prices are for Australian beers. Ooh, they do a double Milk Stout? That's pretty fucking cool. Milk Stout carton. The cartons are 2 cases. You're looking at $90 Australian. I don't know what the Aussie dollar is compared to the Canadian dollar. Australian dollar to cat. So 1 Australian dollar is 97 cents Canadian. What if we do $90? That's $87 for a 2-4 of beers. Of 375ml beers. That is hella expensive for this. What is... I need a calculator. Calculator time. Calculator. So if we got $90, what did I say it was? $87. So let's do 87.58. That's $3.60 for a beer. That's a lot of money. That's expensive. And that was one of the... That's the cheapest ones. Yeah, that's weird. That is really weird. It looks like they only sell it maybe by the carton. By the 2-4. Holy shit. Because yeah, you're looking at double Milk Stout carton. 2-4, 375ml cans. $130. 130 Australian doll hairs. 130. What's that in Canadian? 130. That's $126 for a 2-4. That is fucked. That is fucking ridiculous. Australia, I'm sorry, I'm never going to you to buy beer. That is ridiculous. I know your dollar was crazy and your prices are nuts, but Jesus. Jesus. That is nuts. That makes no sense to me. $160. Okay, so this is 2 cartons. What's this? Times 2 cartons. So this is a 48 pack, is it? No, I don't get this. I don't understand. That is nuts. That is really pricey. I thought we had it bad. Jeez. Because in Canada, most 2-4s for craft beer, they're anywhere from, I want to say $60 to $80, maybe depending on the style of beer, but they're usually about like in the $70 range, and that's for, you know, a bigger beer. Sometimes they're even cheaper than that if they go on sale. But over like 87 for not even tall boys. No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, what did I pay? I got a 2-4 of my beer. That was about $90. But then again, they're priced a bit more. Okay, what? Stop. 3.75 times 2-4 equals $90. So I paid $90 for the honest brown ales that I got. One, it's a lot higher of a price, you know, for the cans themselves, but they're at least tall boy cans. $87 for $3.70. Ridiculous. Sorry I got so hung up on that. Cheers on the final sip. Let's get ready to wrap this thing up. That's a pretty cool milk stout. Not as overly sweet, which is really enjoyable. A very different style of milk stout. With this Australian variety, really can appreciate it. Yeah, damn, that's pretty good. Overall, milk stout, Exit Brewing, Australia, gets a solid 8 out of 10. 8.81 out of 10. Let's go. As for can design, I'm not the biggest fan of the can design, to be completely honest. Nice description, good information, ingredients, ABV, no IBUs. On the bottom, you get a clearly labeled canned on date. Website looks great. Good information, you know, nice separate description about the flavors you get, detailed list of malts and hops, ABV, starting gravity, and an IBU thing. Good to go. Presentation gets a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Before leaving, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the description box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Mate Brewski, it'd be greatly appreciated as well. And with all that said, that's going to do it for me, Mate Brewski. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Check back tomorrow for beer review 24, the final of the 2020 Advent Calendar. Let's finish up this beautiful milk stout and see what my parents think, because my dad doesn't like milk stouts. He finds them kind of weird, but I think you'll like this. Cheers.